pretty happy about that. It was weird, the way that team was. Like, Sting came out and he had CM Punk's wrists painted on his face. Darby had half his face pink, and then Punk was wearing whatever the fuck he was wearing.
I think his thing is supposed to be like, freaking Surfer Sting type face paint, just not going full on with it.
It looked like a drunk boomerang.
That's not what I would have thought of, but alright. Alright. That's what...
Fire with these making you laugh things.
That's a new one. I never would have thought of it looked like a drunk boomerang.
That's the second time I've had to squeal. Holy shit. I'm good today.
Don't get too cocky.
I know. Because then the next thing I'll say, I'll think it's hilarious. And then you'll just be like, moving on. Yeah. So you can start whenever.
I already am.
Oh, you've started?
I started a minute ago, so it's not like they've watched a whole lot. Just us mid-conversation talking about face paint and how he looks like a drunk boomerang.
So that was on.
That's on video. That's recorded.
Okay, so do we want to talk about the best or the worst first?
Well, I feel like the worst is probably going to be the longest chat about.
Yeah, the releases.
Yeah, that's a start. Yeah.
Fuck. Well. Oh, I was trying to crack everything and.
I'll actually have the releases in both parts, because I have a part, but it's not like people losing a job, but...
Yes, because while I was watching AEW, I was just like, the releases was like a mixed bag of good and bad.
It's bad because, obviously, so many people losing their job.
Yeah.
But it's good for the overall thing of wrestling, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's just the timing should have been
better. It should have been way better.
Especially last year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because, this year, everything was kind of slowly coming together, but then, last year, they were just,
they were pricks.
Totally wrong.
Yeah, there's no even...
no justifying it, but mostly everybody that has been released so far, aside from a few, have, benefited from it.
Yeah, because I think the thing that makes me laugh more is because it seems people get more... I think getting fired by Vince the way people have over the last, 2 years unknowingly lets a fire under their ass.
Yeah.
Because immediately, you look at, Cardona, who, by the way, is somehow a hell of a good category, in the good category when it comes to people being releases that have somehow had an amazing 2021.
Well, I would have fucking, if I was in any promoter's shoes, the first person I would have chosen from that initial lot to, immediately sign as soon as the 90 days or whatever was up, was Cardona. Because, talk about a guy who's been through so much shit in his career.
Right.
And I'm not talking about, the general overall idea of so much shit. I'm talking about, so much. The Kane storyline, getting kicked in the balls at WrestleMania, the IC title win.
Oh.
Just so many things. He had his ups, but he had so many goddamn downs in his career. But you look at the wrestling business today, and this is what no one really, no one really, people acknowledge it, but they don't acknowledge it as much as they should. I feel personally, if it wasn't for Cardona and everything that he has done in his career, the wrestling business in general would be in a completely different place.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt on that, because if he's not doing to be honest, if he doesn't do that YouTube channel, I don't think social media is as big as an influence in wrestling as it is.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was watching, because the one thing that I watch or I listen to is the podcast that he does with Smart Mark, where he talks about like all the Long Island IC shows,
Mm-hmm.
and he like reviews them, and he talks about where his career was at that moment and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like as I'm watching this, I'm starting to really realize that like for a character, the character Zack Ryder, it's indispensable. Like you can plop Zack Ryder in Impact and call him Robbie E. You can plant Zack Ryder anywhere. Like he doesn't. It's not a groundbreaking character.
No.
But what Cardona himself did, shattered a glass ceiling and kicked a fucking hole in the wrestling business in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Because he made social media in the wrestling business. He made it what it should be. Like, granted, there's still a lot of fucking problems with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But if it wasn't for Ryder,
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist at all.
Well, that's the thing,
because that's how to grow a brand. And he fucking nailed it.
Well, that's the thing, because social media kind of has become a big part of wrestling, good and bad. Like,
yeah.
you hear, like, you see all the fans who just hate everything and it drives you nuts. But then you'll see things like Eddie Kingston got signed to AEW pretty much just off the fact that all the fans pretty much got a hashtag trending of sign Eddie Kingston, and then they signed him. So it's like, you see stuff like...
Eddie Kingston. I thought you were going to bring up another AEW popular guy, Fuego del Sol.
Yeah, he's another one, yeah.
He got fucking over. Cedric Alexander for the Cruiserweight Classic.
I don't know that part. I wasn't paying attention to social media at that point, so...
Another example, he was getting praise on that social media. And social media in general has changed the wrestling industry.
Yep.
For the good and for the bad. But it all starts with Zack Ryder. And I don't care what anybody says. If it wasn't for Zack Ryder, we'd be in a completely different spot.
It's also hilarious, though, because if you would have asked me who's going to be, like, the star of the Indies in 2021, I'm sorry, I'll be like, Cardona's name's not going to come to my brain.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I'm wrong. I'm glad that he, like, did, because I did not expect him to do what he did. Like, one, I did not expect him to be such, and I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't expect him to be such a really natural heel.
If you would have told me pick somebody from the list of releases to have a death match with Nick Gage and win the GCW title, fucking Cardona would be the last person on my fucking...
Oh, yeah. It's like, what? You look at it, because you're like, I heard that he was doing... I'm like, what? Hold on. I love this more, because that doesn't even start by him, like, oh, we're going to plan these. Them two are just spatting on social media, and it just turns into that.
That's the other thing you got to thank Cardona for. Certain angles have gotten over because of social media. And when it's used in the right way, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But a lot of times in the WWE, it's just fodder for bullshit.
Well, it's not that, like, this is what WWE has, used it well and then stopped using it. Because then made it best. Because WWE, like, people in, the guys will try to use it to create a new character. Like, they'll test the waters with a character. And then WWE will be like, no, we don't want you to do that, take it down.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cause Ali did one where Ali was going to, cause I remember, I don't know if you remember, like, saw this or not, but Ali, remember after one match with Drew, had an issue with them because he said his name, people made fun of him because of his name was Mustafa Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he had a promo, he had a bunch of vignettes recorded that I think he did himself, that he was gonna that I think WWE was originally going to air, that had him trying to come up with like a better America and do all of that like thing. But it was like the promo was really good, but apparently they just canceled all of it.
That's Jesus. Yeah, that's one thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't want to be the guy that constantly says shit and fuck this and XYZ about WWE. Because
This year I'll be that guy.
Huh?
This year I'll be that guy. There's still positives there, but I'll be that guy for most of the time this year, especially.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but this year it's been really hard to forgive WWE for a lot of things. And to me, the one problem that they've had, and it hasn't been like it's not a 2020 or 2021 thing. It's been there for a while. They need to stop pigeonholing everything and having so much of a fucking grasp on everything. It's driving me nuts. The one thing that I like about AEW is that you can go to Tony and say, hey, can I test this out? Or, hey, can I try this? Or can I do this? 9 times out of 10, it's going to get a yes.
Yeah.
Like Twitch. That's a can of worms that I'll get to soon. It's like anything that you want to do, especially during a pandemic, that you feel makes you in a positive mood, do it.
There was only
my cat's looking at me like, yeah, you preach that.
you tell them, son.
But like Vince and Nick Khan and everybody else with the last name Laurinaitis on the planet have held people down and slapped them on the wrist for just saying the word, just for like asking if they could go to the bathroom and see.
Well, that's the thing. Like, you hear, I love, like, this thing that's been going around. You hear a bunch of people who are hard to work with or have attitude issues, quotations. And then all you hear of them is like, yeah, I was just against your stupid creative. That's it. And it's like, we're trying to put a bad reputation on people who we know, like, it's obviously not the case.
Yes. Now this is a thing that I wanna preface. Saying you have an attitude problem, it's saying they're being difficult to work with, in my opinion, is 2 completely different things.
Yes.
Now this is a comparison that doesn't make sense, but it kind of does in this situation.
Okay.
A couple of years, Disney fired Steve Whitmire. He was the guy that had been doing Kermit the Frog for ages, pretty much since Jim Henson passed away. And they fired him for speaking up about what he felt was right for the Muppet characters. Because, like WWE, has a certain image, a certain way that they view the Muppets. Or, in this case, the way WWE views the talent.
Okay.
So they fired him for literally no reason and said the same thing. He's difficult to work with. He's got an attitude problem. All he's doing is trying to say, hey, I don't think this is what Kermit would do. Or, hey, this doesn't fit with this picture, you know? He's standing up for the creative freedom, and he was hand-chosen by the performer before him who created the character. And when he had voiced and performed characters for years until then, you'd think he'd know what he's talking about. Considering he worked under that tree. But that's the problem that I have. Is that they don't... The attitude problem and difficult to work with are just two different complete ends.
Becca should be here soon.
Okay.
Text when she's heard that.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, because I know that there are a lot of wrestlers in locker rooms that have been difficult to work with. Trust me. And I know that there are people that have attitude problems, but they're two complete different animals.
It's more weird to me because they seem that WWE actually keeps the people that actually have attitude problems and are actually difficult to work with, but get rid of the ones who just have an issue with their creative. It's weird.
Yeah.
I am going to mention a positive, however, for WWE. The rise of Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
The year of Lashley as a thing, because I can't think of a guy who somehow has built more than a main eventer than him, actually, of all of 2021. I can't think of anyone else who's been built and kept a main eventer like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can't think of anyone else who's had that spot where, like, he's a main, like, no matter where he is, he feels like a big deal.
Yeah.
And I hate the thing is like, oh, it's because it's only because he's with MVP. No, that's not, no.
Yeah.
Is MVP a major part of that? Absolutely. But is he...
MVP... Fuck Bobby Lashley for just 1 minute. Talk about MVP.
Okay.
You talk about the most underrated man on the microphone of the past, 3 years. Because, Jesus Christ, he has magic in his mouth. That's a promo. That is all.
That is all. I have said my piece. You may continue.
Yeah, because I don't even think Drew McIntyre, since he's been out of the main event scene, has really gone back into it.
No, he got lost quickly.
Yeah.
Because especially when your current feud is Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
We'll come back to you two.
Hilariously, if Corbin had kept the gimmick, the homeless thing gimmick, he would have been in the good for me, because that was extremely entertaining, and then they just got rid of a gimmick, made him a new gimmick, then gave him the old gimmick, just with a new name.
Uh-huh.
What the freaking hell? Trying to think of other... Is Braun Breaker allowed to be a positive?
I would say so.
Because I think he's like... If they screw him up, I think that just shows. That just shows it. Because, I don't know another young guy who became so loved so quickly in NXT 2.0.
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, he might be close.
Cora Jade.
No, I wouldn't say her, because there's still people who...
Oh, yeah, because of the yarn thing, yeah.
Well, there's still... No, it's not that. There's still people who don't, I think, fully believe in her yet. But...
Yeah.
Because she is at this moment, and it's what she's given. She does come off really bland.
Well, hold on a second. Since Tony D'Angelo and Braun Breaker, positives of 2021, and talk about someone who's been beloved so fast. Don't say if you think I know. If you think you know, where I'm going with this. Do you know?
No, I don't actually.
Hook. He immediately outsold CM Punk on Shop to AEW.
There was something, I don't know what it is about that kid. There was something about that kid. I think he should, he's gonna be one of the 4 pillars in, really short amount of time. I don't know what it is about this guy. He's a natural.
Yeah, I put him right up there with Jungle Boy.
I don't know what it is. He's somehow, in one match, he became one of the most popular guys in the roster.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck. I was watching AEW last night. Taz, really mentioned the fact that Hook outsold CM Punk.
Of course you would. You brag about that.
Yeah.
You brag about the fact your kid did that.
But yeah, I still haven't seen the match.
What?
I need to.
You gotta watch. Come on, man.
I need to. I know what the kid looks like. It looks like, honestly, creator wrestler, but the kid, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, he came out, and then by the end of she's the most over person on the wrestling planet.
It's well, no, because here's how one makes him funny. So he always came out with Team Taz. He would always come out with them, but he wouldn't really do much. You might see him do a flip, like a judo throw thing. You might see him do a couple kicks, something like that. But you never saw him he never really had a match. And he would always stand him out. So, he started to get over in his own hilariously comedic way of just, everyone just kept saying, send Hook. I remember Punk said it in a promo when doing Team Taz, and it got a humongous pop. So he got over in his own hilariously stupid way. Then he actually had a match, and it just turns out he's actually really good, and then it just gets over even better.
But yeah, I'm telling you, that kid is gonna be the TNT champion in 3 months.
I have a negative about AEW.
Cody.
No.
Oh, what?
Chris Jericho. What the hell is that dude do? How his every storyline he's been in just end up becoming so damn dreadful to watch?
Yeah, I got reminded of it last night with Dan Lambert cutting a promo and not shutting up.
He goes in, he does the Pinnacle. The Pinnacle group should have been AEW. I know we hate big refs in the past, but it should have been AEW's 4 Horsemen. It should have been that big heel group. Made to look like shit by the Inner Circle, pretty much almost the entire time, and now they're barely even together.
Speaking of last night, when the Pinnacle was cutting the promo, Dax Harwood, I swear to God, I was watching Tully Blanchard cut a promo. He's fucking fantastic as a promo. But speaking of something that I hate right now. This might chop your ass a little bit, but I just don't like it.
Okay.
Wardlow.
Really?
I cannot stand this thing about him. It's fucking anybody. Stevie Wonder can see that he's good at turning face.
Yep.
But I just don't like how they're handling it. Doing the fucking every time they say do it again, he fucking drops him again. To me, it's so fucking stupid. I feel, yes, Wardlow does deserve to be a face, and yes, he is incredible in the ring. But this just makes me fucking hate it.
Okay.
I don't know why. Something bugs me about it.
Okay, so yes, me and you are gonna disagree on this one. I will agree and disagree on 50-50 with you. I agree on how they've handled him breaking up with the MJF part of it. Because the fact it's been pretty much the running storyline for 2 damn years, but nothing's happened with it. So it's too damn long. Too long. Don't work with. I don't like that.
Honestly, not to make another fucking MJF Miz comparison, but honestly, she wanted to fucking break him up. Just like, have him yell at Wardlow, have him slap him a few times, and then you can fucking kick the shit out of him like Riley did. Like, just fucking beat the hell out of him, send him through the ring, you know? Like, just fuck him up. Because that's what Wardlow should be doing. Wardlow shouldn't have a thing where he's listening to the fans and powerbombing. Wardlow shouldn't be listening to anybody. He should kick the shit out of MJF. Football kick him to China. Because he can. Because he's Wardlow.
Here's where him reacting to the fans, I don't hate it, because I feel like I know where they probably want to go with it. I think they're going to probably screw it up because they're going to just overcomplicate it, because it's what some reason AEW seems to do with some storylines that are really basically simple.
Yeah.
I like the idea that Wardlow was originally just a muscle that would end quickly, but suddenly he like prefers to listen to the crowd and keep doing destruction because they want him to do destruction, more than listen to MJF and just be MJF's muscle. So I like the fact that he keeps powerbombing people. Plus, he does a really good powerbomb. So
yeah, what was it that he did last night that I fucking lost my shit for?
So if he does it, don't have an issue with it. I do have an issue with the fact that after each match, Shawn Spears just comes in and destroys the guy with the chair. I know what's
another guy that can fuck off.
I know it's supposed to be, Wardlow at some point is going to get sick of time. I don't want to see that. I don't find him necessary. I don't hate Shawn Spears for beating up a guy with a chair. I just find it a waste of freaking time and a waste of... It doesn't do nothing for me. I don't hate Shawn Spears for stealing the line for what? I'm just like, why the hell is it... Why?
He doesn't need to be in the pinnacle at all.
No, in all honesty, no, he doesn't. You could get a better...
He should just be his own guy. He should just be him.
You could find... There's a better use for... I'm fine with him being this maniac that doesn't care to doesn't want to have matches, wants to beat up a guy with a chair. I would watch him...
If you want to put Shawn Spears in a heel stable, stick him with Scorpio and what's his fuck?
Ethan Page?
Yeah.
Because I'm like... Yeah. I would love the idea of him just going on, like, this would not work on Dynamite or anything, but, like, the thought of him just as his own crazy guy, just running in with a chair and just beating the hell out of random jobbers with a chair. Because he just...
do it on Rampage.
Yeah, just having this... Because he's...
Do it on Dark.
That's what I mean. Like, do it on Dark Elevation, see how people react to it. It's the thing where... Because I love the fact that he seems to get this, like... I don't know the word, orgasmic feeling, like, enjoyment from beating someone in a chair. If you want to have that be his gimmick against people, do it on Dark and Elevation. Just don't insert him with main guys like Wardlow, MJF, and then FTR, because he looks so out of place.
Yes. Trying to remember, because there was another thing that bugged me about AEW last night that I want to bring up. Okay, now I remember. This one might be controversial. And I don't hate this as much as the Wardlow thing. It just slightly bugs me a little bit.
Okay.
But I don't get, like, I get the story building and I get all that, but I cannot buy Adam Page as a long-term AEW champion. I can't, like, he was cutting a promo last night and I was falling asleep. He needs help in some departments. He needs to get better at certain things. Like, yes, the ring work and everything speaks for itself.
Going an hour Bryan Danielson speaks for itself, yeah.
Yes, but if you want my opinion, watching him currently as AEW World Champion is kind of like watching Benoit as World Champion. if great matches,
Can't
there's
talk.
not a lot in between.
So here's what I think also he made, and this is a mistake. This is a problem with a lot of babyface people. Chase is love the chase once he becomes champion. Fire
Yes.
goes out.
Yes. You want my opinion? Paige should be the fucking Tommy Dreamer of AEW. He can chase it, but he should never have it.
I feel he's not gonna like, cause I feel you, cause so him as a bad when it comes to promos, across from him is his rival, who's immediate good as a thing when it comes to promos. Bryan Danielson as a heel, I love.
Yes. And I completely forgotten that AEW like allows people to swear and everything in promos. And on commentary too.
Look, I don't like it on commentary. I like it
on commentary when it's used by Tony Schiavone.
But here's the thing.
If anyone else uses it, I'm offended. But when Tony Schiavone uses it, it makes me laugh my ass off.
Here's the thing, though. I don't like it because I don't like the thought of. I feel like commentary. Like I get when you use it for a big like thing, like JR used to when he would like call someone a son of a bitch or whatever when they do something really horrible. I don't like the idea of just Tony Schiavone calling people pieces of shit just every week for no real reason.
I like it when he says it about MJF.
MJF is funny. MJF is funny for the fact that, but like his hatred.
MJF tags him, he runs around the ring, he jumps over the fucking guardrail, and Schiavone was like, "Oh, look at that piece of shit running away."
So I have a question, and I don't think it's ever. Why does Tony Schiavone hate Adam Cole?
I don't know.
Just
They're probably building to some fucking love triangle with him and fucking Britt Baker.
Did you see the part of the thing where he tried to do a mistletoe and then Jamie Hayter swept it out of his hand?
Nope.
Oh my god! So during the thing, apparently Schiavone tries to do a mistletoe over Britt, and Jamie Hayter immediately grabs it and moves it out of his hand.
Good lord.
And I was like, what the
What
hell?
trying to do here?
I was like, don't make Tony Schiavone seem like a creepy weirdo. That's really weird. Don't do that. That's really weird.
If you did it with Taz, it would make sense.
Taz, I could see doing that, yeah.
With Tony Schiavone, he's too much of a good soul to do that.
Yeah, that's too creepy. Don't have him do that. Yeah, that's weird. Don't have him do that.
Saying that in my head now. Some other good things, because I'm dwelling too much on bad shit.
Okay,
The Owen Hart tournament thing.
So that one, here's the thing. So absolutely, the positive fact that Owen Hart is mentioned in professional wrestling in 2021. Immediate positive.
Where you're going with this stuff, but go on.
My only knock, I don't like that both genders have one.
Oh, wasn't where I was thinking you were going.
Where did you think I was going?
The fact that it's an AEW.
No, I don't care that's an AEW. I don't care. No, I understand her issue with WWE. I get it. I get it completely. Don't have an issue with it. I have an issue with the fact both genders have one because it feels a bit unnecessary. Because in fact, the women literally have a tournament going on currently. I feel they do too many women's tournaments.
Oh yeah, I was so happy when Ruby won their match last night. Vicky took a fucking enziguri last night, straight to the dome.
Oh, hold on. I gotta mention something before we go. I gotta do one more bad thing. Like, that fucking sign.
Oh.
I have to mention it because it pisses me off. That fucking sign.
Yeah.
Fuck that dude. Moving on back to the Owen thing though. Yeah, besides the fact I just don't feel too many turns for that. It's not gonna ruin it for me, so I can let it go though. I do want Serena Deeb to win it though.
Yes.
That's who I want to win it.
Finally gonna defeat Hikaru Shida.
Yeah, because the fact that I feel they're missing completely the boat with Serena Deeb.
But yes, she better fucking win that. If not, I'm gonna make you giggle. But if not, it's gonna be Julia Hart, isn't it?
No. I could see it being Pillman for men.
Yeah.
For women, Thunder Rosa wouldn't shock me for it.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, my heart's gonna be tied in two different directions for the finals of the TBS title match.
Why?
Because it's gonna be Thunder Rosa versus Ruby.
I'm not fully sure about that, to be honest, because
If Jade Cargill wins that match, I'm gonna scream.
they're invested in her. I'm sorry, they're invested in her. I don't know why, but
Greener than goose shit.
what?
She's greener than goose shit.
Yes, that is so true. Yes, that is absolutely true. But like, there's no denying that because she only has quick matches. But
And that's an insult to goose shit.
but
It's
she.
the perfect color of green.
Cause she is, but like they have an investment, and okay. There's one thing: she has a look that stands out above everybody else.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She has a presence that works for her. She has a.
She can't work her way out of a wet
I'm sorry though. I hate the manager. Don't work with me. Don't like him.
Hey!
I don't like him. Don't like him.
You take it easy on my boy Mark.
He might be a great human, but I hate him as a manager. Don't like him. Don't work for me. Doesn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, I get it.
I do because.
MJF anyway.
Because he stands, because she can talk perfectly fine. I don't know what his role is.
Her legal counsel.
Does someone need to be accompanied to the ring by their legal counsel?
But yeah, I just wish she could, cause Eva Marie can wrestle better.
Okay, no, that's not true. Don't try to.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not. I will. Okay, I will agree with you. She's great. I will not let you try to put Eva Marie above her, because Eva Marie is fucking shite.
At least, Eva Marie would be more entertaining to watch wrestle her way out of a wet paper bag. Jade Cargill will drown in it.
I'm not gonna reply to that because I will not in any circumstances ever attempt to put Eva Marie because she's fuck off out of my wrestling business. I want her gone. I don't want to ever hear her name again.
She is gone.
Good. Hopefully she doesn't show up again. I don't know why she returned in the fucking first place. Ooh. I'm so through social media. The match caught my attention that was announced for Hard to Kill, so it caught my attention.
Ooh.
Because it's Jonathan Gresham versus Chris Sabin.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Although it's really weird because it's for the ROH World Title, which is really weird. But I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay. So we should talk about that.
Okay, we can talk about that.
So the whole reason that Ring of Honor is kind of on the shits right now is because they're bleeding money, trying to keep their talent stable.
Which is humongous positive for them, because they literally had to stop the thing because of how much money they lost trying to keep their talent contracted and haven't paid, which is.
And it makes Vince look even more stupid.
Oh yeah, I don't think that was their intention, but yes, it does somehow make Vince look way more horrible. But it just shows how much they care about their talent.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a second. I'm blowing my nose. But yes, Ring of Honor. That's the other thing. We're talking about Zack Ryder changing the fucking business. Ring of Honor did it too.
AEW does not exist without Ring of Honor.
AEW, MLW, fucking anything with another W in it.
In all fair honesty, though, I don't think most of the current WWE would exist without Ring of Honor.
I'm saying any company right now that doesn't start under W doesn't exist without Ring of Honor.
Well, because WWE, you don't get Kevin, you don't. And much of people will try.
Period.
What?
You don't get NXT. Period.
You don't get NXT. You don't have Kevin Owens in WWE. You don't have guys like Seth Rollins. You don't have Sami Zayn. You don't have who else came from there? You don't have Punk.
Nope.
which is like you don't have Joe, you don't have Danielson, you don't have so many of like the well-known guys of WWE and AEW. You don't have AJ Styles.
But hey, we gotta look at it on the bright side. We got Batista.
I won't do Batista. I'll do Lesnar.
I know. I just wanted to hear if that would have made you laugh.
I was waiting for you to do a weirder name, to be honest.
We've got Heidenreich.
We got Kevin Thorne. Eh?
Snetsky.
We got the zombie. Eh? Eh? No? How about Yuji? No? Eh?
Yeah. But I forgot. I was thinking about Heidenreich again.
Stop thinking about Heidenreich in 2021. He's a name that, if he shows up anywhere, I'll be fucking confused. I will just be baffled.
He'll be in the next casino. I call it.
We've already had who have we had in there so far? We had Glacier.
We had Crowbar.
Crowbar. We've had the Kiss Demon show up in Impact. I don't know what the fuck's going on in this fucking.
And somehow we still have Johnny Swinger on the active.
And we somehow jumped Johnny Stringer doing shit. I don't know what that.
I mean, geez.
I don't know what the hell is going.
We got Josh Matthews versus Scott Steiner. Come on, you gotta book better.
Hey, don't you be shit on Scott Steiner now. He at least could. I would be very curious to see what the hell he would do anywhere currently. I'm still waiting. Here's the thing that's hilarious to me. So this is where I'm gonna break. Why doesn't either Braun Breaker or WWE want to use the name Steiner?
Because of Scott.
But you're gonna have to use Scott at some point, won't you?
Not Scott.
You cannot just bring Rick Steiner out. That doesn't work. That's not.
Don't get Petey Williams.
Because you're not gonna. Because you can't have someone on camera call him the big bad nephew or whatever the heck they called him, and still pretend like Scott Steiner doesn't exist.
Well, that Jeff Jarrett was like an example of hell freezing over, but Scott Steiner will be like the frozen hell freezing over.
Also, because if like Triple H is pretty much out there, he's the only one that Scott hates.
Yeah.
But like because they pretty much use every reference they can to mention the Steiners. They're just out calling them Steiner, and I don't understand why you just don't call them Steiner.
Well, I don't know, but I can't. In good faith, I can't see Scott Steiner coming.
I can.
I can't.
No. When he does, I bet you. I literally bet you. He will make an appearance in either in a crowd or something in 2022. I bet you.
I thought you were about to say the Rumble.
No. He's not gonna. No, he's gonna be in 2022. He will show up some point in NXT or something like that, where he will end up supporting freaking Breaker some way. I guarantee you it.
I just hope he didn't talk.
Oh no, he's better if he does talk.
Get the censors ready.
You have no idea what the hell he's gonna say. It's gonna be amazing. It'd be amazing. Supposed to.
Yeah,
He'll be the girl.
Barely puts on a fucking ring card to announce people.
He will be the guy who's supposed to put over his freaking nephew and end up kind of promo on Triple H, and it'll be beautiful.
Yeah.
But
Fucking crown jewel.
Oh God. You know what? I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate if I found out Scott Steiner was Triple H. We're gonna have a match at Crown Jewel because I think.
Triple H because Triple H's in-ring career is probably over, so it's going to be Goldberg.
No. He won't come back. I guarantee he will not come back to wrestle anyone but Triple H because he want to shoot. It'll be a shoot fight.
Well, you better fucking load up and learn Pierce's heart punch.
Because I don't buy. could see him being like, I'll fight Triple H. I can see him on to fight Triple H only, just so you can have a fight.
He'll be nodding to himself. I'll put him over.
Oh, I'm gonna put him over. Oh yeah, I'll put him over just after I beat the fucking shit out of him.
Oh yeah.
Once he's bleeding profusely and barely able to stand, I'll happily put him over.
The match will be refereed by Hannibal. So if things go wrong,
he just beat up everyone too.
Yes.
Do we want to mention that fucker?
No.
No? Okay.
He pissed me off last night.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. I have no problem not giving him any sort of fucking attention.
Because I went nuts on him last night.
No, I saw it.
No, I'm not just talking about on Facebook.
Oh.
He messaged me.
Wait, why did he message you?
Because this is like long before, but he was on my front foot.
That doesn't answer my question on why he
saw.
Oh, yeah, because isn't he that guy that like hates anytime someone talks shit about him?
Yeah.
Well, interesting.
Yeah.
He can message me. I'll tell him to go fuck himself. I want to know kind of what you said to him.
Well, I basically said around the phrase, like, the fact that, like, what we've done, I still have more training than him. Yeah. And considering you've had hepatitis C, it clearly hasn't killed you yet. Yeah, I said a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he's the first guy to get every even old-timer, new fan, and everyone in between being like, yeah, get that guy the fuck away from everybody. Except Kevin Sullivan, apparently.
Yeah, I was just like, congratulations. You made a name for yourself, you motherfucker. Good luck getting it back. Because you ain't gonna get it back.
I don't want to talk shit about him. I almost want to talk shit about Kevin. What the hell was Kevin Sullivan thinking?
Yeah, it makes the Benoit theories make sense a little.
Like, how does he, like, kayfabe the cops? What? Why are we trying to keep kayfabe alive, Kevin? It's dead. I'm sorry, but it's
been dead since fucking 2006.
It died when it died. Just let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving on from that.
Yep. Okay, let's talk about something. Is Kevin Owens re-signing a good or a bad?
Won't know until we get further into it.
Yeah, because obviously for him.
Considering the news that I saw where, like, there's no guaranteed no cut clauses, he could be gone within, like, the next year.
I bet you he probably got one still.
Yeah,
Apparently he makes $2 to $3 million a year.
Yeah, well, Braun was making more than that, and they fired him. So.
No, I think although I feel if they didn't want Kevin, they would have let him go.
Well, I mean, they'd let fucking better people go, so I can't if they want to let him go, because apparently they wanted the Good Brothers enough to make them sign new.
They do. No, see that's different to me.
How?
Because at that time, they didn't want the Good Brothers. They just wanted to have the Good Brothers.
Well, they had them, and they fucking let them go.
That's what the difference is to me. They wanted him because at that time they wanted to keep everyone, so AEW didn't have them. Now they've let a shitload go there, but they still wanted to keep Kevin.
Well, I'll at this point, just considering, the only one that will baffle my mind for forever is Braun Strowman. Because, like, yeah, I'll believe the whole, contract thing when it actually, lasts at this point.
I mean, if it does, and good for Kevin, he just made a shitload of money. Just saying because I bet you he used AEW against Vince, as you freaking should.
Yeah.
Absolutely should, and made himself, if he does kept it, made himself a shitload of money, and good for him for it.
Yeah.
I had one I was gonna say is a good, but you'll argue with me. Completely honest.
What?
Okay, bro.
Fuck off.
Yeah, because you hate Will with a burning,
There's a passion.
with a passion. I only like him when he's around Randy Orton.
I don't like him when he's in the ring.
Oh no, I love him when he's around Randy because it's only because the way Randy Orton reacts to him that makes me laugh. That makes it work for me.
But then again, I think Brock with Sami Zayn's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, and they're about the same thing almost.
Yeah.
Although, if you would, could you hold on?
Champions.
Can you imagine, right? If you would have told somebody that in last year, 2020, that Brock Lesnar was going to return to TV, wearing overalls, talking by himself, talking about moose hunting, and being hilarious as hell, I would not have. I don't think anyone would have believed you.
Yeah.
This is the funniest and most I've loved Brock Lesnar, I think, his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what it was. I don't know what made them do this version of Lesnar, but I'm really glad they did.
Yeah. Anything else?
About what? Like, talk about?
Yeah.
So, here's one for me that's almost on both sides, and it might sound weird because until I explain. Roman.
Yeah, I get it. Justin and I were talking about it last night.
So, Roman's positives. Amazing character, and pretty much for what Vince wanted, he has everything Vince wanted him to be in 2015. He's got it now.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says about Omega. Roman Reigns is the guy in wrestling. I don't care what anyone says. There's no one else that touches him. It's not a level for him. The problem he has made, and WWE has made this, is that I know what you'll probably end up losing your mind thing over, but because of the fact that Roman is at a level so high, there was not one believable challenger for him.
Yeah.
Literally, I can't, Cesaro isn't one. Kevin Owens wasn't one. Daniel Bryan wasn't one. Brock's not even one.
Yeah.
The only person that could face Roman that I would believe would beat him is The Rock, and that makes no sense in low standards.
Yeah, Justin and I were talking about it last night, and the way we brought into the conversation came completely out of nowhere. Considering we started talking about Lesnar and Taker at Mania.
Oh god, that match, man. I don't want to talk about that match. It's hard to watch.
I do want your opinion on something.
Okay.
About, and we'll get back to Roman in a second. But I watched it last night, the Taker Lesnar match.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know if it's just me, but when I watch that match, I see a completely different person. I don't see The Undertaker.
Well, remember, he is concussed almost the entire time.
Yes, but I'm talking about, the face, the body, the movements, the everything. The tattoos are there, and everything else is there. It's clearly The Undertaker, but I don't know what it is. He's just not himself. Take away the concussion thing, whatever. Because, we didn't even know he was concussed until God knows when.
Here's the thing, right? Because here's the problem with... Here's why it's hard for me to just, think... Because I feel sympathy for him that time. He literally remembers nothing of that match.
Yep.
Which is, that is... Almost... I think Miz has the same issue with... The Cena thing. He remembers nothing of the Cena match. And I'm like, that has got to be so... weirdly scary to think.
Yeah, well, because when I had a concussion, it was completely random. But, like, I would forget what certain things were. Like, not events. Like, events I could remember, but they were foggy.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I would forget what certain things were. Like, it took me, like, 5 months to relearn what margarine was.
Like,
So, like, I get it.
I
But,
don't.
like,
I'm trying to think what you're trying to like. What are you? Are you trying to imply something with the Undertaker thing, or am I missing the part where you're, like?
I don't know. Because, like, I watched last night, and there was, like, the close-ups on his face and everything. It's like I'm watching a completely different thing, and I know the haircut, the goatee, and everything, but it just seems like it's like a guy that looks like the Undertaker, but isn't the Undertaker. I don't know.
I have a feeling. Now, this again is probably wrong because he will never fully admit it. I don't feel he was okay with the streak ending with Lesnar.
That's what Justin said. Justin said the same thing.
Now,
Because Justin was saying, I think that he was still trying to digest all the information he was told. Because he and I think that he was told about the streak, like, minutes before he went out there. Hours even.
I'm about to say, I would believe he was probably. I think Taker has said he was told a couple days before. I would buy he was told that day.
I'm convinced he was told, like, hours before.
Yeah, I don't think he was probably told minutes before. I'm pretty sure Taker wouldn't allow that to be a thing. But I could see, yeah, being told just that day, but just literally that day as he got there. Like,
Yeah, that's what Justin said, too. Justin was saying, because the thing that I'm experiencing, I feel like I was watching Mark Calloway, not The Undertaker. That's... Then it started to make sense. I'm not watching the performer. I'm watching the human behind the performer being pissed off.
cause he's well, I bet that cause I feel like he probably thought what all of us thought, which is why like he don't need that. He doesn't need. Now I don't like the thought. Oh, the streak never should end. No, Taker was probably good. Taker knew probably as much as anyone else that streak had to end with somebody. Although I feel like if it wouldn't have been Lesnar, it probably would have been Roman.
That's what Justin said, too. Because Justin and I were saying, we said the same thing. It should have been Roman. And when you look back on it, that night, after WrestleMania 33, the reaction that Roman got, he cut the best promo of his life by saying 5 words.
Yep.
And that's when they should have done the whole head of the table thing.
That's what confused me because I'm sitting there. That is the time. I don't care what anyone else wants to say. That is the time where Vince cemented to me that his refusal. Because how do you have this guy beat The Undertaker, come out to one of the greatest reactions I have ever heard in terms of heat? This guy was hated to the freaking bone. Hated by everyone, told to shut the fuck up, couldn't get a fucking word out, and still think, nah, he's gonna be my top babyface.
It was seriously like Lesnar had never broken it in the first place.
You would think Roman would have. If you turned into that night and heard about the streak, you would have thought Roman broke the streak. Roman was more hated than Lesnar was.
You look at Lesnar, he's already a made man. He has everything. He has the talent, he has the gift, he has the look, he has the legitimacy. He didn't need that.
No.
Roman, when you look at everything, and if the stars align perfectly, Roman's the guy that should have ended it.
Yeah. It's
And if they would have done the head of the table thing there and had Paul Heyman align himself with him then, money.
So it's funny to me. Here's the thing. If you look, it's easy to go back on the thing, but I feel that the reason Roman Reigns is as good as he is now is because of all the past.
Yes.
Because Roman went through. Oh God, how long did he go through? 5 years of being the most hated guy in WWE?
5 or 6, yeah.
Because 2019, I think, where it was so like end of 2018, 2019 is when he gained because of leukemia somehow made people fully not hate him, which I get it, but also kind of weird. But so he comes. So after that, he was perfect. He got like mid reactions to the point he wasn't the most hated guy. But from 2015. Pretty much the end of 2018, 2019, the most hated guy.
Yeah.
And I think Roman, only thing about Roman's character I have hated about his thing is he hasn't mentioned it.
Yes.
How has he gone so long without mentioning it for 4 years, maybe 5? We all hated him.
I feel like the Edge rivalry was the perfect moment to bring that up.
Cause it's the most bizarre thing. Cause you're like, Roman literally could.
Cena match.
Yeah, cause I'm honest. I hate the build up for that Cena match.
I hate it too, because they should have brought up the fact that both of them were in the same position.
What's also but Cena just repeated the same stuff from 2017, 2018, and it doesn't work now. That doesn't work. I don't know why they couldn't come up with new stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Roman, like, the fact that Roman hasn't caught, like, as his heel promo never went on about how he always smiled, he did all the charity work, he did everything that the people want him to do, like everything the people needed him to do, and they all booed him. Like, the fact he hasn't done a promo about that is baffling to me.
Yeah.
Don't make no goddamn sense.
I feel like it should have been Edge or Cena to bring that up. Because it's not a thing where Roman can bring it up himself. Somebody has to bring that out of him. In my opinion.
Maybe Edge, I don't see why Edge would. I don't think Edge is the guy, but Cena could have.
Cena should have.
Here's the thing,
Ryan should have.
That's the thing. As weird as it is, I could see it being Kevin O'Brien that could have brought it up because they're loved for looking like acting the way they are. Yet Roman does everything right and is hated for it.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm surprised we still have not gone since Vince is on TV. I'm surprised we haven't gone the Vince McMahon approves Roman Reigns thing literally on TV.
Yeah.
Although I do love the one part. It's part of one of my most hated things, which was that fucking egg shit. Mm-hmm. But I do love the backstage thing with Roman where he talks about how it's $100 million egg, and then Roman responds, "Yeah, it's about the price of my next contract," then leaves.
Do you think we're gonna get a thing where Roman is gonna force Vince to acknowledge him?
I would love that, but I don't think it would take much. I don't think it would take much work for Roman to do that character-wise. But yes, I would think the fact that Roman has not asked the McMahon to acknowledge him yet is baffling to me. The one I want, as weird as it sounds, the one I want him to have ding. I want what?
Shane?
No, I want to do it. I want the one that he has that it takes refusal to it to be Stephanie.
That would make total sense. I mean, she fucking got speared through a table.
Stephanie, because Stephanie and Triple because Vince always loved him. Vince, as much as Vince tries to even character-wise, Vince's character I think secretly loved Roman, even though he just hated the fact he wasn't on his side.
Yeah.
Shane, I don't know. Shane, I don't know what Shane would do because Shane's fucking character is fucking bizarre. I don't know what
Shane is just.
Triple H, I could see. I don't know, because Triple H, character-wise, would probably not want to, but then he can't actually get physical now. If that is the case, then he'd probably just do it with ease.
Crown Jewel. It's gonna be a fucking pose down with Scott Steiner. The rematch of all rematches.
Stephanie, the only reason I would watch Stephanie to do it, because the fact that, like, the one thing I, like, love and hate about Stephanie's thing is when she, like, I hate the fact she eviscerates all male characters and gets no comeuppance, but I more hate it for the fact that she doesn't use it. Like, they don't acknowledge the fact that they can't do nothing to her.
Oh shit, my iPad's dying.
Okay.
So we're gonna wrap this up now.
Okay.
So, we'll do a part 2 of that shit.
Yes, we're going to.
Okay.
Alright.
Talk to you later.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye. Well, hope y'all enjoyed that. There will be a part 2 to this. And, yeah, so, hope you enjoyed it.